Yes. But sir, are people really receptive towards training? Because I have seen, people would want to invest on an iPhone paying something 65 to 70 to 80,000 rupees. But when it comes to a program which may be costing maybe 10,000, they are not ready to invest that. So how can we as trainers, create that interest and promote this idea that if you don't sharpen your saw, especially in today's age, you are, finished. How can we as trainers, coaches, facilitators develop the interest or promote the idea of training? Because I think this is what is going to help you in this period which we are going through right now.
Okay, wonderful. If I tell you the price of an iPhone today is a lakh rupees on an average, you will get a lakh rupees. The price of the training I have recently attended is more than about 3 lakh rupees. I also know you invest a lot in your training, right?
Of course, I do.
So,
I mean, khatarnak in the sense, if I could share, I invested in a program, the highest program, the first time that I invested in was around 1,25,000. So I come home and I tell my kids, you know what, I have joined this program and it costs around 1,25,000. So they're saying, Mummy, वैसे इतना खर्चा नहीं करती है, पर जब करती है तो जबरदस्त invested more in material things. But I believe education is something that is there for life. And as you grow, you need to learn more, because we are into an industry where we are serving. So as we develop and grow, we have so many skills and so many talents which will benefit the entire nation. So it is very, very essential. I believe entrepreneurship is a responsibility. It is not just the glamour and the money that is associated. It's real hard work. Like when people are just enjoying a cup of coffee and having bhajiyas, we are sitting here and we have done a lot of research. This particular thing is not happening just on the spur of the moment. There's a lot of research that has gone into it, and that's what keeps us driving. And I think that's when you're talking about learning orientation. I think people should have learning orientation to take themselves to higher levels, at least for their own sake.
Absolutely, absolutely. And mostly coming back to the question that you had asked, how to, as a trainer, what role we will be playing in making people to get motivated towards learning or training. One very important thing is, I think there are certain questions which are also flashing on the screen.
Europe and US markets crashed due to the COVID-19, which would cause job cuts. So, worldwide, which is not a great news. Of course, it is not. So, do you guys think that more youngsters would be interested in entrepreneurship? That's a good question. Do you think that more youngsters would be interested in entrepreneurship? They must be scared now because all businesses are down. So that was the next question that we had. So coincidentally, they have caught the train of our thought. India is such
an interesting country.
Yes.
That situation like this is not new to India. In 2008, when the complete economy collapsed. So, you know, in 2008, when the market collapsed, there was a lot of jobs, it went away.
Yes, sir.
Now that time there was a havoc that was happening. But still, these young minds, they could sustain, and the young minds could come out with their business. So India somehow is good in that, and people of India, they know when the challenge is there, how to sail through. Now, what happens? Anytime any challenge comes, we are really intelligent, and since this is just a challenge which has come, gradually it will be sailing through. Because the pattern, it will be observed, and how things can be done, people will understand and they will actually do it. So that is why we have to just wait for some time. It's not that the whole market is going to be collapsed. You know, I was talking to some of the employees of an organization where I'm associated with. They're all scared about the job. They told our job will be lost. But when I spoke to the HR of that company, the HR told, Mangesh, we are not going to throw people out. Rather, what we are going to do, we are going to create a job pattern where some of the people, they will work from home some will come and do work in the office. So it's not that people will be thrown out of many organizations, but for some organization, yes, this might be a truth. Second, if I was just reading one Facebook, this text that has come, which was getting viral in Facebook about the 5 vowels of Indian Prime Minister. Probably he has given. I don't know whether it's truth or not. Where he has talked about A for adaptability. I don't know if you have seen that text. So I found he has spoken about A for adaptability, E for efficiency, I for something integrity like that, O for opportunity, and U for universalization. He has given a formula, something like that. When I was reading the formula and I was going through, I found it is very adept. So what happens the moment we adapt it to the situation, like today, a lot of things are going to happen over social media. If we can rethink our business model.
If we rethink our business model, like, getting into online trainings.
Yeah. And the other challenges that we are expecting, these are challenges. The moment we adapt to that and rethink a business on that platform, not against the platform. When I take it as an against the platform, it will not work. But when I think it on the platform, maybe it is going to give us some reason, and entrepreneurship will grow definitely. Because people will not die out of hunger.
Yeah, and what I have seen is Indians are the most creative human beings that at least, I can vouch for. And because of our Eastern philosophies that we have, we are rooted with resilience. Resilience hamare andar koot ke bara hua hai. So whether it is famine, whether it is drought, whether it is any rains, India is blessed with creative minds, and you will find the best of minds all over the world. If you take, Indians are there everywhere. Koi aisa jagah nahi hai. And there was this joke about the Malayali, if you go to the moon also, you will have a Malayali there selling chai or coffee at least. And I'm proud to be a Malayali. Today only I came across one video in which they were talking about how Kerala has taken so much good care of the citizens during this time because of the resilience that they have and the kind of lifestyle that they are taking, and because of education. And Kerala is मैं केरला के बारे में बोल रही हूँ because मैं केरलाइट हूँ and I'm really proud of it. So बस वो केरलाइट बाहर आ गई है. Let me not go off topic. But yes, India will stay forever, facing all the challenges. It is a matter of time. And here I'd like to quote the great psychotherapist Viktor Frankl, who said, everything can be taken out of you. I think I forgot the name of the book. It's a very famous book. And he says, everything can be taken out of you. Everything, all your material possessions, everything can be taken out of you. But your ability to think cannot be taken away from you. So it is that mind that you have that you can, utilize. And especially with the intuition or the inner you, if you're connected to yourself, nothing can stop you from reaching your goal. So make your dreams more powerful and be more passionate towards your dreams than the fear that you see here. No fear should stop you from reaching your dream. So that was wonderful. Yes. We want to make it as simple as possible, and we proceed to the next question. What is your message to the youth on creating an entrepreneur mindset? Yes, from the previous question which you talked about whether youth will be interested in entrepreneurship, the answer is a yes. You have to just hold on. So, sir, what would be the message to you for the youth to create an entrepreneur mindset?
Okay, rather than a message, I will give a scientific process.
Okay.
So the process is, we have something in neuro-linguistic programming, which is something called as the neurological levels. And the neurological levels talks about there are 6 levels. So people who want to be entrepreneur, want to grow in that, this 6 levels says that it starts with environment. Then the level up to environment is called as, the behaviors or actions you are taking. Just level which is above to that is called as your capability. Level up is called as your values and beliefs. Level up is called as your identity. And the top level is called as your mission. So my, what I want to share with entrepreneurs is that as a method of coaching like NLP processes, when we deal with entrepreneurs, we find they set a goal, but they do not make themselves present in the right environment where they can grow. because every business has a market, every business has a pedestal, every business has a momentum. If your environment doesn't allow you, even if the location doesn't allow you, go to a location. Like I am a person who wanted to start a business from my home location called Orissa. But I found the environment was not very, conducive to that. So I have to change my base. I have to go, complete throughout India and abroad. That's why we got to actually change our locations wherever it is possible. First thing first, make the environment conducive for you. You got to really change the environment. If you do not change it, you may not grow. Like COVID is coming, this situation is so bad. But still we got to go against or we got to work with the environment, we got to recreate it. So now suppose I believe more than location, this social media, internet, it is the thing I got to really do it. This is my environment, then I got to work on it. So if the environment is conducive, then I got to check, am I taking the right action? Or are my behaviors are able to gel with that environment factor? If my actions are not, right, then may or may not I will be successful. So second thing I should check, am I taking the right actions? The third thing I should check, do I have the capability to take the right action? If I do not have the capability, I must hire a coach or I must be trained. If I do not have that capability, otherwise all my vision will be just collapsing, and many people, they become unsuccessful because of this. The moment I find, okay, now I'm capable, I really can do, I got to look at the next level. Does my values, my beliefs allow me to display that action? Because if my values and beliefs are not in sync, then my capability, I will not learn it. I will not do it. Like before, sometimes we had a question, why people do not invest in training. I tell you, one of the person who was interested to do NLP with us, the moment she heard about NLP price, told 35 to 40,000 rupees, I will not do. I told last time you had been to a 5-star hotel. How much did you spend? She told, wow, it's going to bomb. I told, what did you get out of that? She told, okay, 2 days fun. Then I told, if you do NLP, what you are going to get? Oh, so that's why. If your values and beliefs are not in alignment, then maybe you will not learn certain things. Now, if you find the values and beliefs are in alignment, then your identity. Are you happy with the identity you are going to create with that? I have seen a lot of people, they fear to leave the job and to start business or be an entrepreneur, even if they have the aim.
Now, yes.
So I have seen sometimes people who are in job, they're not happy. Regularly, they're being grilled. They do not feel like going to the job. When they come for counseling or coaching, they say, I want to leave this. I want to start my own business. I tell, what stops you? And when we go for the discussion, they say they're not ready to have the tag on their name that they're struggling startup entrepreneurs. When they have a designation that they're AVP of a company, they're a director of a company, they're a senior manager of the company, they don't want to, digress to this new identity. And when your identity is not what you are looking for at that moment, you cannot do a business or you cannot be successful. And ultimately, it should be linked to the purpose for which you are living. If it is not tuned to the purpose of your life, then you cannot grow. That is why whether it is a pandemic or not, it really doesn't matter. If your goal, your objective, your achievement, your business purpose is synchronized and integrated to the 6 levels. That is why in NLP we call it as neurological levels, which is very, very essential.
So I'll just repeat those different levels once again for the viewers, because some of them were asking the sequence. So the first one is environment, the second is behavior, third is capability, fourth is values and belief system, fifth is identity, and the sixth is the mission. So I am reminded here, sir, I remember when I had taken a decision to quit from my post as a vice principal and get into entrepreneurship. People asked me, what will you do later on? I said, I can do anything. I can do driving. So I can even take children. If nothing happens, I can take children from one place to another or something. So I can so I was never scared about the money part about it. So don't you think that to be an entrepreneur, you also have to have your money beliefs intact?
Absolutely. You got to have your money belief. That is why your beliefs is at level 4. If you can really work on the daily activities that you got to do, money will definitely flow, because it is seen many of the beliefs, many of the business are not stumbled because of money, but business has been stumbled because of these beliefs. Mindset. So if your money belief is strong, definitely the money will fall in and it will go. Like when we start business, you start business, we are not so rich to start a business that moment, but now things are very smooth because we always thought that if this mindset is positive, we really can take our business to great heights. So this commitment, this mindset is really powerful.
That's why we come to the last question. No, before that, I have one question which I want to ask specifically for one of my clients who was asking, like, he's into the business of exhibitions. So manufacturers, people who are into the business of exhibitions or something, seminars. So where there has to be a group that is coming. So those people are terribly scared now. So what is your message to those kind of people who think that because of COVID, they will lose their business?
Okay. There are certain industries which will face initial challenge. I don't say that they are going to face the challenge forever. Industries which is working against the social distancing norms, because today government organizations, they are continuously going to work on the social distancing norms. Suppose exhibition as an industry takes a lot of people to work together. Movie as an industry takes a lot of people to work together. Stage show as an industry takes a lot of people to work together. Food stalls as an industry.
You were talking about food industry.
Yeah, and many business that needs people to work in proximity, they will have an initial challenge, but the challenge will not remain for a longer time. New formats will emerge. I was talking to one of the CHRO of a particular company. They're saying the places where, suppose it's a factory manufacturing unit, for a particular machine, they were looking, this number of people are required at a particular place, and it was not with the social distancing norms. Now they are saying, they are coming with creativity, processes, repositioning, optimization, where they are able to do certain things. Some people they're keeping out, they're increasing the number of shifts. Something is happening where it will be doing. And I know industries will not be closed down because industries have never been closed down. Or industries means, I say a particular segment of business is known as an industry. Say event is an industry. It will never be closed down. Maybe it will be generated, packaged in a new format. So definitely we have to think of, create, co-create, and think of how with the existing tools, we can take it across the globe.
Yes, I also believe that psychology plays a very important role in entrepreneurship. So we come to the last question for today. And sir, it's been beautiful. A lot of people are praising you and they're really loving the way you are putting things across in a very simple terms. So it's really beautiful to have you here. And, the audience is in sync with us. So the questions that we have prepared are right there for you. And as somebody, Swapnil had asked about the mindset. So the last question here we're taking today is about mindset. So here is a quote: a set mindset can set your success. A set mindset can set your success. This quote is by none other than life designer Biji Tushar. So, sir, I would want you to comment on this. I repeat
if I
the
look
quote.
At the screen, it exactly goes with what Popsy Pranita has asked. Popsy is working in HR in a big, company which is into travel, event, everything. Okay, it's a big company of India. So she's working in Hyderabad. So I know her personally, and I know from where the question is coming. I tell you, everything is a mindset.
True.
Everything is a mindset. And I agree with Popsy and busy with you that if mindset is positive, business will grow, because as you told your quote, there is a my quote as well. I say, life is the result of our mindset. So if my mental imprint is strong, result is going to happen, because it will be synchronized to your imprint, your sensory imprints. Anything which is synchronized and gets bigger in your sensory imprints is actually reflected in your life. That is why, as much as we keep that mindset, yes, this challenge which is come, it is not a challenge, rather it is a new tool for me. So like initially said, I was eating by hand. So when I get a fork to eat or spoon to eat, if I think it is a challenge for me, I cannot eat. If I say this is a new tool, now I can eat anything. So like that it happens. So this challenge is a tool for us, and we will definitely grow with this.
Definitely, I am reminded about the more quote now that you said. If you change your perspective towards a particular thing, then that thing itself will change. So I think that's what we need to adapt. And like somebody said, the world is closed down for renovation. So it may be closed down for renovation. So you're going to come out new, just like, taking a bath in the rain and coming out afresh and new. So, sir, I am sure we can go for hours together. And I'm so happy, viewers, you have been in sync with us right from the beginning till now. It is amazing. And if there are any more questions that you have, you can DM sir, or you can DM me, or send me a message on seminarbiji@gmail.com, or I'll be putting in my number as well, where you can WhatsApp me, WhatsApp sir, and ask for the questions whose answers you require. Because अभी तक हमारे अंदर वो टीचर वाली बात जरूर है, हम ज्ञान बांटते हैं, and we wish that you utilize this knowledge that we have shared with you in your life. And really don't be scared, because make your fear mere. Make your fear mere. Sir, आपके साथ रह के बहुत inspiration हो रहा है. I think that is the true nature of a coach, who brings out the best in people. And the audience also is giving so much of energy that we are becoming better and better as we speak to you. So we began this session with an objective of helping you understand how to accelerate entrepreneurship. So Twaran, www.twaran.com is Dr. Mangesh's website, and www.managementme.com is mine. So we believe in speed, and we believe in managing ourselves, and especially our mindsets. So any last message, sir, you would want to give for ZKPCPC, that is Zindagi Ka Parcha, Chai Pe Charcha, Viji ke Saath?
I told life is beautiful. Beautify yourself with the beauties of life.
Wow, that is superb. आपका कोई चैनल है, आपका फेसबुक पेज है जहाँ पे लर्निंग हो सकती है, तो प्लीज बताइए.
R Mangesh Das is my Facebook. They can connect with me.
Okay.
And my if anyone want to connect with me in WhatsApp, they can jot down my number. This is 9082683377.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. It was beautiful talking to you as always. And yes, looking forward for further episodes in future. So this is Zindagi Ka Parcha, Chai Pe Charcha, Viji ke Saath, with knowledge guru, life guru, management guru of the founder, co-founder of Twaran, Dr. RKS Mangesh Das. Sir, एक last question बोलना है. Many times you use certain language patterns at the end, like, every time when we end the talk, you say, wow, Viji, that is awesome, that is fantastic. And there is a particular, what you say, rhythm in what you say. So ये भी NLP का process है?
NLP talks about positivity, and I have learned to live in positivity. That's it, how it goes.
So you have actually internalized what you're teaching. And I think that is one of the best qualities of a teacher. Thank you so
nice.
much. Guruji, thank you, and looking forward to meeting you again.
Thanks for viewing, and I'm sure you've had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share as much as possible so that others too can be enlightened. We'll be happy to bring you more and more videos, and if you have any queries with regards to personal development and personal growth, do write to us at seminarbiji@gmail.com, or message us on 8355 824 990. I win when you win. God bless.